Boys, y'all want to get shredded? This is the only method. Are we live?
Yes.
Alright, so we're currently shooting drop 2 of Duality. So something that I learned from my first shoot that I brought into this one was I decided to delegate the budget. What we did wrong with the first shoot was we spent a majority of the budget on a very high production video, but we didn't spend enough of the budget on e-com, photos, UGC, and all that sort of stuff. So this time around, our strategy is to just delegate the budget, separate it in 3 ways where we're spending part of it on a really sick photo shoot, part of it on a really sick video, and also part of it on UGC. As you can see, we have a really sick photo shoot going on behind us. We literally have the best photographer in the damn States, probably in the world, Casey Fox, one-of-a-kind photographer. Everything's aligning really good. We have 2 shoots going on. We have a concrete wall shoot, and then we also have this water raining shoot that's getting set up over there right now. That shoot is gonna be so insane.
I think we need to get in
this
there.
The marketing for Drop 2 is gonna blow y'all's minds. This is gonna solidify Duality and the whole hemisphere of fitness. I hope this helps you fall in love with the brand, and you guys are being able to see the documentation every single day along the way, and how we're gonna build this brand all the way to the absolute maximum. Let's get the shoot going, baby.
Babe, I see your muscles through your shirt. I'm gonna climb him like a tree.
All right, guys, let's talk about the reason why you are probably watching this video. I quote on what's the fucking saying? I quote unquote am not Natty. Now, I do not believe that at all, honestly. I actually posted a video today coming out and just being open about my peptide usage. And if you look under the video, it looks like a lot of mixed feedback, but the amount of DMs, I mean, guys, I don't even remember the last time I've gotten this many DMs of people just honestly being very supportive and just wanting to learn more about peptides and how it's worked for me. So let's get down and dirty to the peptides that I use and the peptides that I recommend and the ones that I have the most knowledge about. Now,
I'm not gonna say I am an expert. I'm just gonna tell y'all to the best of my ability. I'm gonna germify it. I'm gonna bro science it. So let's start off with the 3. It's called the Wolverine stack. First one is TB500 and BPC157. These 2 together is called the Healing stack. Now, I could go on and on about what they do. Honestly, I'm just gonna save you the boringness, and you can just go on ChatGPT and look for yourself all the benefits. But when you mix these 2 together, it creates this amazing healing effect within your body. Now, I have dealt with rotator cuff issues for the last 4 years of my life. I started taking the Healing stack roughly about 6 to 7 weeks ago, and I kid you not only have my shoulders grown, but I no longer deal with shoulder pain. You know, for the longest time, I was convinced that I would have to get surgery in order for my shoulders to feel better. And that was ultimately wrong. I didn't have to do that. Those 2 peptides together healed my shoulders and probably healed other parts of my body that I was not even aware of. So I highly recommend those. Now, let's talk about Retta. This is the one that I got the most controversy of because people are like, well, Retta's not natty. Well, if you don't think Retta's natty, which, you know, is GLPs are something that your body also, you know, produces. I was skinny fat. I was about 203 pounds, 205 pounds of skinny fat. You know, my muscle was not there. It was the first time in my life where I was actually getting pudgy. Like, that's actually never been an issue for me. I grew up a very skinny kid. I've always been a very skinny kid. Me in high school, I was like stick and bones, and then started working out. And now your boy looks pretty sick. But yeah, I started off at 203 pounds 7 weeks ago. I started taking Retta. Now, where people fuck up with Retta is they'll automatically start taking a very high dose. I do not recommend that. I do not recommend that. You might see some of your favorite influencers doing that. I do not recommend that. Start off low, work your way up. If you don't eat enough, I do not consider Retta. I do not recommend Retta. It will be way too strong for you. And honestly, if you don't eat enough, you probably don't need to hear about Retta. But Retta was the one that helped me get shredded. And also, man, like, I don't know if this is a side effect or it might be placebo, but bro, like, I just feel amazing. Like, my workouts feel amazing when I was on it. So yeah, Retatrutide is great. Keep in mind, do not take an outrageous amount. Now, out of the conversation of what I've been taking, let's talk about what I would recommend, right? So if we're talking about a shred stack, BPC 157, TB 500, and Retta are the perfect shred stack. That is the germ shred stack. Now let's talk about the lean bulk stack, right? This is something that a lot of us would like to know about. This is something that I wish I was more aware of when I was doing my lean bulking back a couple years ago. But obviously I was really young and I didn't even know peptides were a thing. So starting off, MK677. Now, MK677 increases your appetite and also does a bunch of shit, but the main thing is it increases your appetite. Don't expect just because your appetite has increased that your muscles will grow. It's all about what you eat, guys. Peptides aren't necessarily like a fucking miracle, right? You have to put in the work in order for it to work. So I highly recommend MK677, but eat clean. Have a good diet. Don't eat like shit. Don't just randomly go out and eat fucking McDonald's or any of that shit, because that will decrease the effects. And honestly, you might end up looking like a fat lard if you don't take care of yourself. MK677, and then both the healing stack, bro. Going back to that, these two are phenomenal, bro, and I could not recommend them more. Something outside the lean bulk and something outside the shred stack is cognitive peptides. This is something that I've actually recently got into, and it has worked dramatically for me. C-Max is by far probably my favorite peptide I have ever taken. And I know that's kind of crazy to say because, I've taken all these other ones that have helped me a lot, like physically. But C-Max is the one that has helped me the most mentally. I can talk about it. I'll talk about it. So I used to be, till recently, I used to be not heavily, bro, I'm not a fucking addict. I was pretty addicted to Adderall. I was taking Adderall for a very, very long time. And what would happen is I would cruise on Adderall. I would take Adderall like maybe like 4 or 5 days a row. And then once I would get off of it, to put it simply, bro, like I would feel retarded. I would feel so stupid. Like my brain literally would not work. The amount of brain fog I had, I felt the side effects of Adderall to a very extreme. And then I did my research, and a friend of mine actually recommended to me C-Max. And dude, C-Max has literally changed my life. I like to compare it to like a cleaner Adderall. No side effects. There's no crashes. It clears up brain fog. It's actually healthy for your brain. I'm just gonna keep it at that too. Do your research. Like that's the most important thing. Don't just take my word for it. Do your research. And if you're looking for a place to get it, I am finally sponsored by Straight Labs. It's the only peptide company I trust. I do not trust any of these other ones. You know what? I learned recently that a majority of these peptide companies Photoshop their third-party testing. And you would never know, man. It looks that good. So I joined Straight Labs. It's the only company I trust. It's the only company that I know that my friends who take peptides are with. You can use code GERM. I'm going to have the link in the bio. You can use code GERM and it will save you money and it'll also support your boy. And if this is something that you guys want to, consider doing, send me a DM on Instagram. I'm more than happy to help you. I'm more than happy to talk to you more about this. And like I said, guys, don't just take my word for it. Do your research. It's important to do your own research, right? Don't just be gullible. But yeah, I thought it would be a good idea just to open up about, my use, I guess. And, I know the feedback is going to be very mixed, but, honestly, I don't care, man. My life has changed for the better. And, I'm happy about that. And honestly, I feel good. I feel good. But we're back, baby. We're back. And I'm so excited for the future. But yeah, guys, I love y'all. Thank you for watching this video. If you guys do not mind, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.